Hey Mom, Daddy is speaking. Harvey remarked this while fixed on Jonathan's memorial portrait. The portrait stays still, of course. Harvey's spiritual sense must have turned on once more. Stop it, Harvey. Come along over here with Mom. All right, but you know Dad is really irate. He said that this gentleman shoved me onto the road. The person Harvey pointed at stunned us. Lauren is the name I use. In my 60s, I stay house. I share a tower apartment's top floor right now with my hubby. While savoring newly made tea and pastries, I like the perspective from this room. In the morning, the sunshine comes in nicely. At night, we have a stunning night view. We can live like this, never would have imagined. I truly owe you. Usually people have a champagne glass and munch cheese while enjoying the night view at times like this. But for us, tea and cookies are simply perfect. Haha, we have not always led this fantastic life. Only lately was we able to. Now running a big corporation, my spouse had a difficult road to get there. Though our backgrounds were modest, we married in our 20s. Our own life has to be earned. Between raising our son to meet expenses, my husband worked late every night, and I got a part-time job as an office cleaner. I'm sorry for the trouble. One day I'll simplify things for you. Let us linger in there. Everything is good. I'll stand by your side. Let's try our best together. We considered each other even in such a life. Our little luxury throughout those difficult years was periodically buying sweets and distributing them. Our diligence paid off 8 years ago. Naturally gifted in his career, my husband advanced to director. Then he left the corporation to launch his own company, therefore realizing his ambition to be president. Still busy, he now takes appropriate days off, and we spend time together. Our connection is still fine. My husband lately has mentioned a successor. Given his age, he expects to transmit the business to our only son down road. One day my phone rang as I was doing dishes. Quickly wiping my hands, I responded and saw the name of my son appear. Hello, Mom. That's been some time. How are you? Thanks, I'm good thanks to you. You are rare in calling. Really, I want to marry someone. Could I bring her to meet with you? Now grown up and eager to start a family, the small lad I knew was welcome news. I felt relief. Excellent, you could of course. I find great excitement about it. I was tense and unable to relax the day my son brought his fiancée. What ought I to dress in? Does she sip coffee or tea? Laughing, my spouse tried to cool me off. Calm down. The doorbell rang while I rushed through the getting ready. I'm homeward. My son and his fiancée soon started living in the house. Nice to meet you. My name is Maya. You have a little present here. Maya gave us a paper bag of well-known confectionery. Oh, thanks. Let us savor them together. I said, brewing tea and speaking with myself, this tea will go well with these sweets. Maya seemed to be a refined woman with polite behavior and speech. She planned to keep working after marriage to help to share the load. She worked for a big corporation. Jonathan, she's a really lovely lady. Kindly stop. Harry, Dad, Mom, kindly meet me as family too next time. Sure, Maya, kindly look after him. We were delighted to bless their marriage. They were joyful. From there, events proceeded fast with family gatherings and the wedding. Maya lived with 4 others, her parents and a sibling. Having owned a business for years, they were a reputable and established family, as Maya's sophisticated manner showed. Her sister worked also as a career woman. I'm delighted my sister came across such a wonderful individual. Though right now my boyfriend works, I too want a happy family. We wanted to honor our son just as much and agreed with their plan even if it was expensive. Jonathan and Maya's happy smiles were surrounded by many friends and relatives. Thanks you, I became a mother-in-law and now wish to be a grandma too. Mom, we recently married. It is too early for that. Maya's family was friendly and I thought we would make great in-laws. The wedding featured 300 guests, following the wish of her parents to celebrate their eldest daughter's big day grandly. Considering the grandchildren we could have in due course, I became enthusiastic. Jonathan and Maya named their child Harvey 2 years later. Being our first grandchild, he was quite dear to us. Harv, Grandpa, Harvey, Natalie is your aunt. Everyone considered Harvey as an idol. His presence made the surroundings more cheerful. Jonathan and Maya usually took Harvey to see Maya's family and us during summer vacations and New Year's celebrations. I started looking forward to time with Harvey and playing with him. Harvey grew up in a caring and cozy surroundings. But Harvey started asking, "What's wrong?" Right around 3. "Why are you about to leave?" "Harvey, nobody else is present." "Visit back here." Harvey would stroll to the vacant balcony and strike up a conversation with someone. Not sure about his behavior, I brought him back and asked Maya about it. "Hey, does this happen often? You know, seeing something absent." "Indeed, that has been happening more recently." I took him to the hospital frightened, but the doctor declared nothing was wrong. Children with great spiritual sensitivity have been reported to behave in this way. All we have to do is monitor him. Though Harvey was quite close to us, his odd conduct made me uncomfortable. I had no idea that Harvey's enigmatic talent would finally cause a specific incident. I was startled awake one night some later. "Lauren, something horrible has happened." I groggily sat up when he shook me awake in the middle of the night. "What is it?" "At this hour, what is wrong?" Maya just got off the line. "Jonathan suffered a car accident and is in severe condition." "What?" Not sure much comes after that. I somehow ended up at the hospital running to Jonathan's room, but Jonathan had already died. "Jonathan, please don't leave Harvey and me." Not sure what was occurring, my husband and I stood there shocked. Crying, Maya grasped Jonathan's hand and gave Harvey hugs. After some time, the truth of the matter dawned on me and I became terribly depressed. "No way. Jonathan, kindly let your eyes open." "Jonathan." I cried in the arms of my husband till my tears stopped. Like I had never witnessed, he also wept out loud. I stayed home all the time and became useless since then. Everyone was first in great grief, unable to eat or sleep properly, but as sad as it is, time passed and people around me started to gradually heal. Still, my heart remained empty. I couldn't move forward when my spouse wanted to take me walks and Maya and Harvey came to see me. Time just passed, dragging me behind. We had hit Jonathan's first death anniversary before I realized it. Time passes so quickly, don't you find? Jonathan was here looking so delighted just a moment ago. The memorial service went without any problems, and I, who had been keeping indoors most of the time, had an opportunity to chat to Maya's parents and Natalie, whom I hadn't seen recently. I'm sure he's watching over us from above. It must have been quite difficult losing such a fantastic young man. Maybe so. He was a really brilliant youngster. Please don't hesitate to let us know whether there is anything we could do. Thank you, but Maya is the one most suffering. Maya gazed at Jonathan's picture. No, but Jonathan, Harvey, and I spent together had quite amazing time. Jonathan was the kind of person that gave Harvey and me daily hugs. Indeed, he was a fantastic person. You're lucky to have had such great love. Sis, everyone's wide smile could have been the first since the wedding. My heart felt a little lighter in the quiet setting. Harvey then started behaving oddly. He would fixedly gaze at Jonathan's photo, then glance about frantically. Yeah, Harvey said to himself. Harv. Hey, Mom, Dad is saying something. Harvey remarked this while staring at the photo. Of course, Jonathan's image is still somewhat static. I considered it only Harvey's sixth sense malfunctioning once more. Harvey, stop this. Why not come over here and play with Mommy? Yeah, but Dad is rather irate. Angry. Jonathan is offended. Harvey, what does Dad find objectionable? Harvey then got up abruptly and started towards someone. Unbelievable statements spilled from his tongue at that instant. He claims it was this person dragging him into the road. When we saw who Harvey was pointing at, we were astounded. What? Natalie, Maya's younger sister, exclaimed. Wait, stop fooling around, Harvey. From what you are saying, come on, let us go to play somewhere else. Not at all, though. Dad advises me not to go around Natalie. She is the one he claims done it. Harvey delivered a powerful and clear speech. The serene environment was broken, and everyone turned to Natalie. Natalie, what's going on? Harvey, kindly stop here. You cannot jest in such manner. Everyone, these are merely remarks from a child. Dubbed him. All right, I'm not feeling good. I am going. Unable to deal with it, Natalie hurried away. Natalie, stop. What does this concern? Not sure what was going on. Everyone there ran after Natalie. Searching for her for hours, we came nowhere. We looked about her house in the surrounding park and phoned her several times, but there was no response. Late afternoon, we noticed a small gathering near the riverbed. Natalie stood in the middle of the throng. Stop. Kindly let me go. As we got closer, we noticed several police personnel encircling Natalie. One of the cops saw us and jogged across. Excuse me, that is my sister. Just what is happening? Natalie is being arrested on murder suspicions. What? But the police had been looking over Jonathan's death, which had been declared a traffic accident. It had always had some dubious circumstances. Though few witnesses were present late at night, the accident happened and differences in the driver's statement and dashcam analysis begged problems. The police had been studying Jonathan's accident under surface level as a possible crime, and now Natalie was under custody as the suspect. Her police monitoring has been going for some time. I failed to do it. Let me head off. Her parents could only watch when she struggled and was hauled away by the cops. Like a bad dream, seeing Natalie being hauled away right before our eyes was strange. We were emotionally spent after Natalie's arrest. Jonathan's death and now this arrest, so much has transpired in the past year. That Natalie, our own family, was the offender was difficult to accept. Natalie allegedly remarked, during interrogation, when my sister first introduced me to Jonathan, I wanted him too. I wanted him gone since I constantly urging him to date me instead of my sister, and he never paid any heed. Her crime sprang from envy of Maya. Knowing this made Maya completely worn out and psychologically tired. Her own sister, currently under police arrest, killed her husband. Natalie was mute on any more specifics, and as time went on, we had no more questions. We had to carry forward even if both families were covered in a gloomy cloud. People stopped talking about the event finally. One day my spouse spoke out while we were unwinding in the living room. We both find ourselves almost in our 70s. Though I had hoped Jonathan would replace me, I believe it is time for the next generation to inherit the CEO post, so we may have more leisurely lives together. What do you suggest? You still have a lot of vitality, but indeed we have gone through a lot. Perhaps a more relaxed way of living is not a terrible one. Usually strong, my husband must have been somewhat exhausted as well. We agree he would hand over the business to his successor and drop off the front lines. Harry, I shall do my best from now a year later. Absolutely, Maya. Please take care of everything. Indeed, Maya had assumed control as CEO. My husband and I, together with Maya and Harvey, began sharing a house to mark this change. Lauren, I really appreciate you looking after Harvey. It is quite helpful. It's good. Now you will be occupied with the company. We are pleased to spend time with Harvey, so depend on us as much as you need. Thanks. Maya suffered with guilt and always wanted to help us since Jonathan passed away and Natalie was arrested. She offered to take over CEO when she learned about the retirement of my husband. Though there were internal company objections, my husband's strong recommendation guaranteed Maya's job. Every day, Maya worked nonstop while my husband and I looked after Harvey. For us, it was akin to a second round of parenting. Grandfather, Grandma, you have to come see my sports day. I have one coming soon. Oh, truly? I will then pack a lunchbox loaded with all your preferred cuisine to support you. Sure, make sure the omelette is included. I'm also performing a dance. Do you believe I will have good dancing ability? Those exchanges were quite joyful times. Working hard, Maya, the new CEO, made my husband happy to say, I'm glad I handed the business to Maya. I can now really be retired. The business started to steady, and my husband could at last unwind. This delight, though, was fleeting. Maya began arriving late every night, spending weekends out, and we hardly saw her. Maya always objected, even though we told her we wished she stayed home more often. I apologize. I will be late since I have a customer meeting. I have a business trip, so kindly look after Harvey for 3 days. She never spent time with Harvey once she left him with us. She would come home drunk quite a bit. Maya, you are overindulging in drinks. You have to exercise greater caution. It is good. Part of the work is entertaining clients. She would slur her words. My husband and I could only stare at each other and groan. Harvey's odd whispers returned one day on a corporate holiday while we were lounging in the living room. Dad, don't get mad. Calm yourself with Mom. Pressing his ears and wrinkling his brows in pain, Harvey murmured, Harvey, are you once more hearing Jonathan's voice? Yeah, Dad is really irate, but I'm not sure exactly what he's saying. Perhaps he finds Mom returning home intoxicated every night offensive. I make jokes. No, it is not that. That is awful. Harvey answered afraidly. Jonathan became enraged. I thought something horrible would be happening once more. Sensing anything was wrong with Maya's recent behavior, I contacted a detective agency using that intuition and asked for an inquiry of her acts, travels, and eating places. 1 week later, I had the inquiry findings. The results were startling. Maya was not carrying out her presidency duties. She was pilfering business money for personal expenses. Under the cover of business travel, she stayed in luxurious hotels with guys and paid everything on the corporate card. She spent outrageous sums at host clubs each night and purchased branded products. She also sent business money to her parents, who lived lavishly with brand new cars and homes. Since Maya became president, her parents, who were meant to be operating a company, had virtually given up on it. The truth had come clear from Harvey's whispers. I gave Maya a quick call. Make it short since today I'm busy with meetings. I gave her the findings of the research. What then is the meaning of this? Oh, therefore I have been discovered. All right, I'll cover everything. Maya nodded at the facts with a spooky smile. I would Jonathan for the financial gain. Jonathan was too lazy and showed little indication of becoming president anytime soon. Hence I decided I would be the future president instead. Then Maya unveiled something even more improbable. I also told Natalie to carry on as she did. Though she said she took duty to guard me, I did not anticipate her to be caught. That is indeed the truth. My fury peaked. How do you view Jonathan? The lowest of these. You caused Jonathan's death. The lowest, you show off your riches and opulent way of living. I deserve to enjoy since I grew up poor. My parents also find great pleasure. The absence of guilt in Maya enraged me. Your family kills Jonathan for your own benefit. Very selfish. You non-human. This scars all of us. Your responsibility is being missiled. You surpass my expectations. Jonathan is pathetic. Maya, you are no more family. You will instantly step down from presidency. Later on I will let the business know. Get out right away. I will give the cops a call. Never return. Pay down your sins. As my husband and I turned Maya over to the cops, she burst into wild laughter. The cops showed up soon after and detained Maya. Her parents were arrested as well for taking corporate funds. Our family lost the money from the company and our son fell into Maya's trap. Harvey watched his mother being hauled away by the cops and lost both of his parents. Seeing Harvey suffering, my husband and I promised to guard him always. Despite all the hardships some years later, Harvey developed into a lovely and compassionate child. Grandfather, grandmother, let's snap a picture across over here. Sure. How about behind this cherry tree? Harvey's middle school admission ceremony today. Officially becoming Harvey's guardians, my husband and I now live together as a 3-person family. Years ago, Harvey's odd whispers stopped. With him, we expect a brilliant future. Should something go wrong, I pray he whispers once more so we may guarantee our shared delight. What impression of this story did you have? Remember also to subscribe to our channel. See you.